So, so, so hey guys, welcome again to my vlog. So, we are here to chapter 6. We have 6 activities in chapter 6. Um, the first activity entitled the IP characteristic, and here is the instruction. Read the IP characteristic, then click connection best effort or media independent to indicate its delivery method. So this is the scenario. And read the IP characteristic. Packet delivery is not guaranteed. And then click what connection it is. So that is a best effort. So the third is we'll adjust the size of the packet sent depending on what type of network access will be used. So that is a media independent. Uh, no contact is made with the destination host before sending a packet tracer. So connectionless. Will send a packet even the destination host is not able to receive it. That is connectionless. Best effort. Does not guarantee that the packet will be delivered fully without errors. And the last is fiber optic cabling. Satellites and wireless can all be used to route the same packet. So that's correct, and we proceed to the next. So this activity is part 1 of IPv4 header file fields. So that is same instruction. Read the IPv4 header function up. Always set the to 01004 IPv4, that's a version. Next is identifies the IP address of the recipient host. Let's say destination. IPv4 header function. So identifies the IP address of the sending host. This is a source IP address. That identifies the priority of each packet. So differentiated services. The next is identifies the upper layer protocol to be used next. So that is a protocol. The last is commonly referred to a hop count. Time to lab. So that's correct. As we can say, it's a very easy if you read the chapter 6. So proceed to the next. Next is a activity IP basic header fields. So read IP basic header description and then click the IP basic header field to which it belongs. Oh. IPv4 header description. It suggests that all packets receive the same type of handling by IPv6 routers. So that is a low label. When this value reaches 0, the sender is notified that the packet tracer was not delivered. Hop limit. Identify the size of the data portion of the packet. This is a payload length. Identifies the application type of the protocol upper layer. This is next header. Next is it always set to 0110. So that is a version. Then last is classified packet for congestion control. So that's correct again. Proceed to the next. Activity. Identify elements of a router routing table entry. Here is the instruction. So a partial router routing table entry is shown. Each sentence of the entry is identified by a circled letter above it. Select the correct routing table entry section for each output. So this is the parcel router. This is the letter A, letter B, letter C. This is the meaning of the choices. So number 1 is the elapsed time since the network was discovered. So that is a 00 column 06 column 03. That's letter E. Next is the administrative distance source metric to reach the remote network. So that is letter C. How the network was learned by the router. So that is letter B or letter A. I think that's letter A. Shown the destination network. Letter B. The next have IP address to reach the remote network. So this letter D. And the outgoing interface on the router to reach the destination to network. So that's letter F. So let's try to check if your answer is correct. So your answer is correct. So as you can see, have a different tables entry. So next is activity description of router function and hardware part. Here is the instruction. Description of router function and hardware parts are provided in the table. Drag each router component name to its function and description. So the scenario is drag the choices into a correct description. Number 1 is connect router to external network, usually over a large distance. The second is a way to remotely access the CLI across a network interface. That is a telnet or SSH. Connects computer, switches, and router for internal networking. That is a LAN interface. A local port with USB-A or low speed serial connection to manage network devices. A console port. This is a port to manage router using telephone lines and modems. Okay, let's check. Correct. So this is the correct description for each component. The last is activity, the router boot process. Instruction, drag each the step on the left to appropriate field in the table, on the right side to show the router boot process order. The scenario is need to step by step the boot process. So in the step 1 is perform post hardware check performed by built-in ROM chip. This is the step 1. The step 2 is load bootstrap. The step 3 is load the iOS operating system file for the router loaded into RAM after bootstrap finds the iOS. Number 3 is load the configuration file from flash nvram ATFTP server or go into setup mode to create a configuration file. Step 4. So that's all that's all for chapter 6. So I hope you learned something from my vlog, and don't forget to subscribe. So thank you for watching and listening. I hope you learned something. So thank you. Bye bye.